Have you ever looked at your palm and wondered about the strange patterns crisscrossing your hand? Maybe you noticed a shape resembling an M. Seems random, doesn't it? But what if I told you this M could unlock secrets about your destiny, intuition, and connection to the universe? Most of us think our palm lines mean nothing, but ancient wisdom and groundbreaking neuroscience from Dr. Joe Dispenza suggest they could hold the key to understanding who you truly are. Intrigued? Let's dive deeper and discover why this mark might be more extraordinary than you've ever imagined. The lines on our palms have been studied for centuries in cultures across the world. They're often thought to reveal hidden aspects of our character, destiny, and spiritual energy. Among these, the M mark is particularly special. It forms where the heart line, headline, and lifeline intersect, a convergence of your emotional depth, intellectual clarity, and life's vitality. In ancient traditions, the M was seen as a powerful symbol of balance, intuition, and spiritual awakening. Buddhist philosophy supports this view, teaching that harmony between our mind, body, and spirit is essential to living a meaningful life. The M mark could serve as a physical reminder of this alignment. Dr. Joe Dispenza, known for his research into the mind-body connection, offers a modern perspective. His studies suggest that our thoughts and emotions shape our biology. This means the M might be more than just a coincidence. It could be a reflection of your ability to align with universal energy and create your reality. Whether through ancient wisdom or neuroscience, the M is a call to dive deeper into your potential and uncover the mysteries within. The first and perhaps most profound meaning of the M mark is spiritual awakening. This isn't a one-time event, but a gradual unfolding of awareness, much like peeling back layers to reveal your true self. Dolores Cannon, a pioneer in past life regression, often noted that individuals with the M mark had a natural inclination toward exploring life's deeper questions. In Buddhism, this awakening is about seeing the impermanence of life and cultivating wisdom and compassion. Dr. Dispenza complements this by showing that awakening can rewire the brain, forming new neural connections that enhance clarity and perception. The M on your palm is like a gentle nudge from the universe, inviting you to step into this journey of self-discovery. Many people with the M mark feel an unexplainable connection to certain times, places, or individuals. Dolores Cannon's work revealed that these feelings often stem from past life experiences. The mark could symbolize a karmic legacy, a thread connecting your soul's journey across lifetimes. In Buddhism, karma teaches us that our actions ripple through time, shaping not just our present, but also our future. Dr. Dispenza's studies suggest that patterns in our subconscious, possibly influenced by past lives, affect how we perceive and act in the world. The M reminds you to honor this connection and use it as a guide for growth. Do you often sense things before they happen, or feel guided by an invisible force? That's intuition, and it's a hallmark of those with the M mark. Buddhist teachings liken intuition to still water. When the mind is calm and focused, it reflects reality more clearly. Science agrees. Dr. Dispenza explains that intuition arises from the brain's ability to process subtle patterns and information we're not consciously aware of. The M on your palm might be a sign that your mind is especially attuned to this higher perception, enabling you to navigate life with insight and clarity. The M mark is often found on the palms of natural leaders, not necessarily those in high positions of power, but individuals who inspire others through authenticity and empathy. In Buddhism, True leadership stems from serving others and guiding them toward their potential. Dr. Dispenza's research highlights the mindset of successful leaders: focus, determination, and an ability to overcome challenges. If you carry this mark, it's a reminder that your ability to lead comes from balancing confidence with humility and using your gifts to uplift those around you. Have you noticed people often turn to you for comfort? The M mark is sometimes called the healer's mark, representing an innate ability to bring balance and harmony to those in need. Healing, according to Buddhist teachings, begins with presence, being fully attentive to the moment and the person before you. Dr. Dispenza emphasizes that coherence between mind, heart, and body creates a healing energy field that influences others positively. The M on your palm could indicate your natural capacity to channel this energy, offering peace and restoration to those around you. Life's challenges are rarely random. If you have the M mark, it might signal that you're here to resolve significant karmic lessons. Buddhism teaches that karma isn't punishment, but an opportunity for growth. Each hardship is a chance to break old cycles and evolve spiritually. Dr. Dispenza adds that recognizing subconscious patterns, often tied to karma, empowers you to reshape your life. The M reminds you to view struggles not as obstacles, but as stepping stones toward becoming your highest self. People with the M mark often possess a strong ability to manifest their desires. In Buddhism, intention and mindful action are powerful tools for creating positive change. Dr. Dispenza's research shows that focused thoughts and emotions can physically alter your brain and environment, turning your visions into reality. If you carry this mark, it's a sign to harness this power wisely. The M symbolizes your alignment with universal energy and your potential to co-create your life with purpose and clarity. Finally, the M mark signifies a profound connection to the universe. In Buddhism, this is the realization of interdependence, the understanding that all beings and phenomena are deeply interconnected. Dr. Dispenza describes this as tapping into the quantum field where possibilities are infinite. The M is an invitation to live in harmony with this universal flow, trusting that you are part of something greater than yourself. The M mark on your hand is more than just a coincidence of intersecting lines. It's a symbol with profound implications, offering a deeper understanding of yourself and your connection to the world around you. By examining its meaning through the lenses of ancient wisdom, Buddhist philosophy, and modern neuroscience, we uncover an intricate map of who you are and who you have the potential to become. At its core, the M is a reminder of balance, an alignment between your emotional heart, logical mind, and the flow of your life's energy. It suggests that your true power lies not in one isolated aspect of yourself, but in how these elements come together harmoniously. This aligns beautifully with Buddhist teachings, which emphasize the middle way, a life lived in balance, mindfulness, and compassion. The M symbolizes this unity and encourages you to nurture all parts of yourself. Dr. Joe Dispenza's insights further deepen the meaning. His work demonstrates that our thoughts and emotions can shape our biology, influencing our health, behavior, and even the trajectory of our lives. The M might reflect your unique capacity to consciously mold your reality through intention and self-awareness. It's not just a mark. It's a call to take responsibility for the energy you bring into the world and the experiences you create. The 8 hidden signs associated with the M reveal a powerful narrative. You are a seeker, a healer, and a leader. equipped with the tools to navigate life with clarity and purpose. These signs point to the incredible potential within you, but they also come with a challenge. Are you willing to step into your role as a conscious creator? To face karmic lessons with courage, embrace spiritual awakening, and use your gifts for the greater good? Ultimately, the M is an invitation, an open door to self-discovery and transformation. It's not just about understanding the mark on your palm, it's about understanding yourself. The question now is, how will you respond to this invitation? Your next steps could shape not only your life, but the lives of those around you. Will you take the leap? Now, let me ask you this. What do you think your M might mean for you? Have you noticed any of the qualities we discussed today in your own life? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your story. And if this video sparked your curiosity, don't stop here. Click on our next video to discover even more insights into how ancient wisdom and modern science can transform your life. Remember, the power to create your destiny is literally in your hands. See you in the next video.